So, welcome back. So, this is how, I had this thumbnail the other day that was not so successful. And I have told the LLM to just generate episode 7, but with one change, do not use the professional looking, which is what I had asked originally, come up with a professional looking. So, okay, so it seems that the uh, stream has restarted somehow. So what I was saying that I have said do not use professional looking, use another random looking that you come up with, another style. That this is joyful. Maybe I don't understand what the hell this dog or this cat does here. And is this a computer? Is this a monster? Is this something else? I don't know. Okay, in any case, let's focus. So, last day we were working on the live build branch. Okay. So we managed to mess around with all of the we'll say we managed to mess around with all of the branches here in live build. Wait a second. I have something too loud and okay, now this makes more sense. So, as I was saying, yeah, so I was saying, as I was saying, I was working on the live build branch, so I have reorganized all of the branches. Now I know how to do this thing with live boot so that it's easy to work with. But the thing is that I think I'm ready to do this hips and model thing with live build. So basically, what we want to be doing is what we did here. So we need to push 2026 master to Rescatux live build public repo and use that. Later on we will see what the hell do we use, okay? So let's go to live build repo. Let's see where the hell we are. We are in 2026 master, which is very recent, which is March 8. We can maybe ask for whatever there's new here, but I don't think there's nothing else new. Nothing newer. Okay, so so the idea is what I wrote here, which is I push this into Rescatux live build, which it's one of these. So GitHub origin. So GitHub origin, and I push the 2026 master branch. And later on we will see how this works exactly. And then here on the Rescatux architecture, we should be able to create a submodel. So submodel we can choose the branch name, which is 2026 master, the repository URL. Wait a second. Yeah, so the repository URL should be the you know, the public one, because that's what we want to have so that everyone use it. So it should be something like Rescatux live build, and here we should have the HTTPS one. So hopefully they need boom. Oh my god. Why do I have this as the full branch? That's interesting. So now where's the command? Now I have the repository URL, and this is the path external live build. Hopefully then it's going to be easy to work with this in order to have an external you know, an external origin and so on. So I go here and I add the submodule. And then once I add the submodule, I should, look at that, hit modules. It's where we are defining where the submodule is, and this is external live build, which is a directory. So in theory, let me double check what the LLM said regarding regarding all of this, because I'm not sure. So how do you add submodule? I need to commit something. Commit after added add submodule. How you're supposed to be doing this? How do I commit it? No. For the first time, let's ask Gemini AI. And the stupid thing, this is in Spanish. Yeah, hit add.gmodels and the path. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. So added live build submodule. Let me see real quick what's actually in adding here. So somehow, even if it's a directory with a lot of stuff, that, you know, if you take a look, there are some files. So even if there are some files here, they are not added. So if I do something like this, apparently it's not adding you know, it's not adding the content. So somehow when you add hit modules, it knows, when hit modules is there, it knows that it doesn't need to add all of the files into the main project hit. It wasn't aware how this thing was supposed to be working. So later on we will experiment and see how this thing works regarding development. But for now, we should be good. Okay. So now we're going to do the live boot one, and we're going to just copy and paste this thing and make some changes, which is going to be much better. Okay, so where the hell is this? So let's copy and paste this so that this is the lifeboat one. Lifeboat. Okay, so we want to add live builds bundle to the main Rescatux repo, but we are not sure which stack. Yeah, okay. Let's just um, let's just replace this thing here. We will figure out later on what to do. So before adding these modules, I need to understand which branch do I initially add. Lifeboat. Yeah. Additional thoughts. I don't have additional thoughts. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to study lifeboat directory, the original, the original repo that we were working with, to see what the hell is in there, and we will see how to work with that exactly. Yeah, so it should be as easy as just trying to go to lifeboat repo, and then let's open here everything, and we will see what the hell do we do. So lifeboat, look at that. We have live ID parameter, which I wasn't able to push into upstream because someone was complaining about this and that, and that's it. But you can use this thing here. Yeah. Microsoft says it is fixing Windows 11. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. So basically there's this master thing and we have the live ID support. But I think we're going to have something similar to what we had. So this live boot release thing that we want to keep. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm going to be doing here is to let's see, worked released. So we are going to add a live boot something. So right now we're going to create something like pre-2026, which I don't know what name we use here. So live build. Yeah, so basically, wait a second, I'm not doing this right. Yeah, so currently I'm going to create this branch, and so now I can come back to the original branch, and now I can add this thing as a new directory. Wait a moment, I have done something wrong in here. Hit branch. Can we do this thing like this? Live boot. Okay. So now I want to create, so it's hit work tree add. I want to create a directory similar to this one. So like this. And if it doesn't exist, we will create it. If it needs to exist, we will create it. And this is going to be this branch here. Okay. And wait a moment, please. Okay, so we were trying to add a work tree, and let's see, probably. Okay, so now we have the new work tree, which is in that directory thing. And so what I want to be doing is just, you know, this live boot release is going to be moved onto live boot pre 2026 architecture. Now we're going to, this is right, and now live boot pre 2026 architecture, we're going to have this live boot release with this thing here. And I think we are fine to do this way. So live boot has this at live ID support, and here we have the live boot pre 2026 architecture thing, which is exactly the same thing. Okay, so we have the live build thing. So now that I'm in live boot, I'm going to create the 2026 master thing, and we're going to pull from salsa upstream master. And 1 second, please. Okay, so let's go to the future. Okay, let's say this is 2025. That's very, you know, wait a moment. Maybe this is Firefox. Maybe what I have in the thumbnail is this Firefox thing. Let's take a look. Maybe it's this Firefox. Maybe it's a fox, you know, a red fox thing. Anyway, I am digressing. So salsa Debian liveboot. I want to take a look at this manually because, you know, so liveboot. last update 7 months ago, 2023. Yeah, so are there many more branches that I should be aware of? So Trixie branch, is it the same thing? Yeah. Okay. A8DD. It's not the same thing, but it seems like the same branch name. So I'm not sure if this is the right thing to be using in order to use, bookworm. Do the HCP. So that's a very interesting question. Should I be using the Trixie branch, or should I be using the master branch? So, Trixie. Oh, okay, I see, I see. So these are the different changelogs. So this is the master one, and this is the Trixie one because it has depth 13. So basically, I guess that we have what you have to be using as a version is the date, and that's it. So this is just using, depth 13 U1 in order to identify that this is Debian package for Trixie. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to keep using the the master branch, and so I'm going to push this 2026 master branch into our repo, and hopefully we can just use this in here. So yeah, it should be just like this. So the model is just adding this thing here, and hopefully this is going. Let me go here into Rescatux. I add this live boot thing, and now I can do hit models external live boot, and if you take a look at cached, it's only added the definition thing. Subproject commit. Okay. So internally, this is a file that says subproject commit whatever. So it works with commit, not with branches. But we already knew that. So now we are going to commit this thing. So add liveboot submodel. So we can push these changes in here, and we can work on the next, on the next part of the 2026 architecture. So we have added live build and live boot, which is nice. The stage 1 dependency build. Build apps. So is this something that we have created yet or not? Build apps. It's here, and it's already in the hit repo apparently. Scripts build live.sh. So this is interesting because this is the script that's going to be building live build, which apparently Wait a second. So this is a script that it's going to be used from Docker build, isn't it? So maybe I should focus on working, I don't know, the build live build and build live boot, and then the Docker files that call these scripts. So let me just take a look. So scripts. So here in scripts we have live build. Let's just copy this thing here. So let's enable paste, and let's copy and paste from the LLM. We will figure out later on if this is well done or not, because I'm not sure. So the idea here is that we have added the live build symbol, the live boot symbol. So this is going to be added build live live.sh. Okay, and now we are going to edit the live boot one. By the way, this is not right. I should be giving you know, execution permissions. So now if I add this thing and I amend this, we should be fine. So again, let's add the new script, which is scripts live boot. Paste. Maybe later on we can refactor this so that, I mean, we can do some rebase so that the commit orders are different. You know what I mean? Okay, so now I should not forget to give execution permissions to this thing here so that I can add it here. And so that I can commit build live boot. I wonder if, yeah, leave live boot. We could maybe have directories with the scripts, and then you have the build for live build and build live boot. Okay, nice. So here we have a makefile target, which is, you know, that the makefile is going to depend on this live build.sh and build live boot.sh. For now, I don't want to be writing the makefile target. I want to be working on the you know, on the Docker file images, but for this live build and live boot, because that's like one piece that what we need to be having here. So let me take a look to see. So look at that, run live build. Wait a moment, run. So this is changed. One second, what the hell is doing here? So dockerfile.amd64. Okay. Dockerfile. We build two builder containers, Rescatux builder AMD64, Rescatux builder i386. This installs lifeboot build tools. I actually want to do this? So apparently you can Rescatux builder run live build artifacts parallel builds minimum working. Okay, so 20 more minutes and we will end the stream. Yeah. Okay, so this was this thing about moving files. Yeah, so basically I'm a bit confused with the Docker file architecture that this is proposing me in order to be able to build live build and so on. So look at that. Here we are making sure to add group EFI MD64 bin and group EFI IA32 bin in order to build live build and for AMD64 and in i386 this is not happening. But if I'm not mistaken, these packages should not be installed in here but somewhere else, because that's how it works. And yeah, what I should be doing is checking the Docker file for live build and just use that, because otherwise, you know, okay, let's take a look. Hopefully I can branch this thing and ask what I want to be doing. I think that I cannot branch if I'm not with, with a basic branch. So if I don't have if I don't pay for ChatGPT, I don't have the branch, and if I pay, I have the branch. I have the ability to branch out. But if somehow I am not paying and I don't have the GPT Plus thing, doesn't branch for me. So here, what I want to be doing is to tell it that I want specific Docker files for these builds. So instead of having builder Docker file AMD64 and builder Docker file i386 for both for live boot, live build in the Rescatux Rescatux AMD64 and Rescatux E366. I want to be able to have Docker file for live build. Docker file for live boot. Yeah. And I want to be able to let's see what the hell does it does. Live build Docker file enforcement. Good instinct. What you're proposing here is actually closer to how large projects, including tails, structure their pipelines internally. You're basically saying split tool chain built from execution environment. That's the right abstraction. The core idea, refactor, instead of this, you move to this, base and depths. The old model has a builder image, new architecture. Generic built environment, no live build yet. Yeah, let's branch again. And why the hell don't I have the full history for this? Let me find out where this ended. Is it this one here that we were working with? I think so. So here's somewhere there were some Docker files, which is in here. So we're going to start again because it seems that it hasn't worked so well. So instead of having this and that and that and that, I want to be able to have Docker file for live build, Docker file for live boot, Docker file being base, Docker file AMD64, and base Docker file i386. And that way base and Rescatux. Why Rescatux isn't there? Why is this so fucking idiot? Let's start again from the same place. Maybe it's in here, isn't it? So let's branch a third time and hopefully do we have Docker filing here? Yeah. So Rescatux Docker file, Rescatux Docker file. Hopefully now it understands what we want to do. Look at that. It's creating the base stuff because I don't know why. Base images, architecture layer, independent component, Rescatux builder, final image, unified dependency image cleaner, build package, lifeboat, unified dependency image. What the hell? From Rescatux steps AMD 64. Base depths Rescatux. Wait a moment. Base architecture specific Debian rootfs toolchain architecture dependent. Dependency images architecture agnostic logic. What the hell? And then the final builder uses both. So the base images apparently install all of this, which we don't have to have. We don't want to have all of that. Live built image. A live built image, okay. At this point you have two independent images. Rescatux live built, Rescatux live built. You must compose them, which is like this. Live built ready installed via previous layer, or we install both but depending on strategy. Builder Rescatux Docker file that or a unified dependency image, which is we take the base image, we copy live build stuff, we install this thing, we build the package, we do the same thing here, then Rescatux become trivial. Final builder. Live build defined ones. If you keep live build docker file, live build docker file, wait a second. Okay, yeah, if you keep live build docker file and live build docker file separate but you don't merge them, you'll hit docker cannot merge two images cleanly, you'll duplicate installation, cache becomes inefficient. That's why depth unification is the clean solution. Depth unification, which is let me see. I'm not sure what it's proposing here. What the LLM is proposing here. So you copy stuff here, you run this thing. So we are installing whatever we build here. So we have the source code. We install the packages in order to be able to build, and then we build them and we install them. But this is not what I'm looking for, because for instance, Lifeboot is read from a repo. It's not read from inside the the Docker installation. I mean, this one here, yes, this is used from here. And then Rescatux become trivial from Rescatux depths AMD 64. Base image. And apparently the base image is this one here. Live built image. Yeah. I mean, if it's time, there's a new live build package. I need to rebuild the that's interesting. Okay, let's write it down just real quick. So this is going to be, wait a second, this is number 7 now that I see it, because we already had the repository layout. So this is number 7. And now this is going to be number 8. And live build as Docker file. Live build as Docker file. By the way, let me edit just real quick the 07, because I haven't done this right. So this is 07, and this is going to be so the LLM is proposing many Docker file changes, architectures. So we actually want live build to be installed in the Docker file that builds Rescatux. So it's a good idea what it's proposing. However, Lifeboot should not be installed in the Docker file, because in practice it's being used from a repo when a live built image is being built. So yes, somehow the image should get access to those binaries, but probably not within the image, but inside of it. So maybe we can ask the LLM to install live build packages when the Docker file starts. So 1 minute and we will end the stream. To install live build packages when the Docker file starts. Or maybe not. Just go with the live build package being installed previously. In any case, live boot binaries should probably be bind mounted so that it can be set up as additional packages that take precedence when building a live build image. Okay, so yeah, so this is, so in other words, we need to rethink much more deeply what the LLM has suggested as a Docker file architecture for building live build, live boot, and then Rescatux. Okay, so this is going to be all for today. Thank you very much. Bye.